What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? We are going to be reacting to a YouTube video of the most hated NBA analysts being right for 8 minutes straight, including Ryan Hollins, Skip Bayless, Paul Pierce. This is going to be a fun video reacting to, so we'll see if they have any crazy good takes here, and we can kind of already see starting off Ryan Hollins is probably going to have Luka Doncic as his #1 player in the draft. But if you guys enjoy these style videos, drop a thumbs up on the video. I would really appreciate it. I'll leave a link to the video in the description below. And yeah, without further ado, I won't waste any more of your time. Let's get into it.
Well, guess what? Listen, now. The Suns are gonna pass on Luka Doncic.
Wow.
Listen, when I played in the Spanish league, this kid was about 16 or 17 years old at the time, balling out for Real Madrid. And for those who don't know, if this is baseball, he's playing for the Yankees at 16 years old.
Wait.
Yeah, so like, this is a very good take.
This is soccer. This is soccer. He's Cristiano Ronaldo with Real Madrid.
Exactly. So this Luka Doncic, as I watch him, he's 6'8", 6'9". He can shoot the ball. He's a guy out of this entire draft that understands angles, and he's a guy also that can play the point guard position in a positionless basketball game and play on the ball, off the ball. You can put this guy anywhere on the floor. He's going to be successful.
I love him. He won everything possible with Real Madrid.
Sinead, I love you. You know your stuff. You put it out there, but are you kidding me to tell me that Luka shouldn't have been #1? I've been screaming from the mountaintops this kid should have been drafted #1. I played in the Spanish league the same time Luka was there. The one thing I know about that league, it's very skill-based. There's no weaknesses in this kid's game. He's been playing against grown men. So as he gets to the NBA, that transition was going to be seamless. If you see the way that the NBA basketball is played today, it's very positionless. It's very guard-oriented. Those are the guys that go and win you. Hear me, they win you championships. So Luka Doncic is a guy who's 6'8". He can play the point guard position. He can dribble, shoot, pass. If there's one knock you got to find, Sinead, it's athleticism.
And I think you're right about that. Like, I concede when I thought something different going into the series. He was going up against a team led by Kawhi Leonard, the best in the game and the best defensively. Siakam is an excellent defender, particularly on Giannis. Ibaka, Gasol, they have long, great defenders on the team.
I want you to understand why it's overrated. Right now, the counter to what Giannis does is play harder, push harder, push harder. That doesn't work in the playoffs. He's got to get a turn away, a fadeaway jumper. He's got to get
I guess this is a good take. I guess, yeah, okay. Obviously, because Giannis and this was after they lost to the Raptors. Last year, they lost to the Miami Heat. All right, like, it's not the worst take in the world. It's not the best. I would say that, like, you're definitely being right. Like, I think he can still win without that jumper if he's saying he needs like an ISO in his game or a turnaround jumper. But also, I hate watching first take. Everyone just seems like they want to yell over each other.
That doesn't work in the playoffs to the tune of he went 6 games in the conference finals.
Wait, let me ask you.
Bro, there's so many people talking over each other at once. I hate it.
James Harden. James Harden. Where's James Harden been?
Can't y'all see Molly's talking?
Oh yeah, I got a real question for you because I know Chris Middleton's got his contract situation. Do you think they can win the East with Chris Middleton as his second best guy on that Bucks team?
If he improves, if he learns, and I don't want to say even a three-point shot, they can do it. If he gets to the point where he can bump you off and give you that Paul Pierce move, step back from the elbow, and knock that down consistently, they advance. The difference with Kawhi Leonard, Kawhi added that to his game, as you talked about that, creating his own shot off the bounce. Right now, Giannis can't do that, and it's not always going to be at the rim. Why? Because I can help.
Should be exponentially higher than that.
Okay, so you're pretty much a done deal on 73.
Yes.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Which is why, barring injury, we don't wish injury upon anybody. I would make it, and I'm not exaggerating this.
Wait, so they were still on first take. Skip was still on first take in 2016. I guess that was 5 years ago, damn.
Get 100% that they're going to win 73 games.
Wow.
Heck, they could win 74 or 5 games, and it wouldn't surprise me one bit, because night after night, they look better and better. Do you realize last night they didn't have Iguodala? And I think, remember, he was only the Finals MVP, right?
It was against New Orleans, though.
Okay, it was New Orleans. But I watched the first of the game, and Anthony Davis got off to a dominating start. And after about a quarter, I said, I can't take it anymore. I'm going to go to bed because Steph was starting to connect. And you know the rest of the story. Golden State's bench last night scored 55 points without Iguodala. And I'm saying, well, that's just not fair.
Right.
So I'm saying it's 100%. And I'm...
Skip with a good take on that. That was a good take.
Regret this trade. Skip, you go first.
Thunder regret
Stephen A.
trading
Smith.
Harden. Is this so? This is from like 2013.
James Harden deserved every penny of the max contract.
No denial here. No denial here. He absolutely did.
And he immediately went out on the road in Detroit and backed it up. You can go beast mode game, you can go monster game, whatever kind of game you want. He backed it up and made a resounding statement that echoed all the way back to my hometown of Oklahoma City. You blew it, Thunder. James Harden, listen, he brought that team back last night, Stephen A. That was not a simple game to win. He'd had no practice time with his new team. They are down 8 with 9:22 left, and they won by 9, mostly because of James Harden. And I'm going to take one more step back from this. And the more I look at it, the more shocked I am that the Oklahoma City Thunder didn't at least...
Obviously, this would have been a little bit more impressive if he said this before Harden ever played a game. But even after game one, it's still a good
play
take.
This out for the year because clearly they took... You disagree with this. They took a big step back with an eye on the future at the expense of this year. I don't get it because they could have played out this year. They could have done a sign and trade for James Harden, or silly me,
Skipper, good
I
takes.
thought about this. You could amnesty Perkins, and you could just flat out open your pocketbook and pay the luxury tax that it would cost to sign James Harden to a max. It was doable. I know some of those owners there, Stephen A. They have a whole lot of money, serious money. And it's almost like on principle they said, we're not going to pay that much luxury tax. Why not? There he is, beast mode, 37 and 12 assists in Detroit, comeback win, and you don't have him. What are you doing, Oklahoma City? And what are you doing, Stephen A., picking Oklahoma City, even though they don't have James Harden anymore?
I've been waiting for this, my friend. Who's winning this series?
As Stephen A. would say. What is it you do, Stephen A.? Austin Powers? Look, I'm assuming Kevin Durant's not playing. The fact is, when they signed Kevin Durant, it's an unfair advantage for
There's
the
an
Warriors.
echo there. But yeah, he's going to probably say the Raptors. Obviously, he's assuming no Kevin Durant, so it's still a solid take. Clay did get hurt in, what was it, game 2? I could be wrong, but that was huge for them. But yeah.
With KD, you always pick him, right? I'm assuming KD's not playing. He ain't playing game 1, that's for sure. Toronto has home court. Toronto has guys that, like, they ain't gonna. There was a 3 of the
Toronto had
games
home
against
court?
Portland was close for Golden State.
They were the
Stephen.
2 seed. I guess they had the 2 seed in the East had more wins than the Warriors in the West. Interesting. The Warriors were the 1 seed, right? Or no, were the Rockets the 1 seed? The Rockets might have been the 1 seed.
Because they were dominating the offensive boards, they were able to win. Draymond Green, to me, was actually the MVP of that series.
Rockets were probably
But
the
as
1 seed.
Jalen Rose, are you aware of Jalen Rose, Molly? You two should meet. I think you'd like him.
I heard he outkicked his coverage, but
pointed
that's
out
what people
on
say.
First Take yesterday. This is not the previous series. There's Siakam and Ibaka and Gasol and big guys who can crash the glass. The Warriors will not be dominating the offensive board. Stephen A. Smith, I am here to tell you that the best player in this series is Kawhi Leonard, with or without KD. But without KD, it's going to be too much, and the Toronto Raptors will be NBA champions.
He was right. He was right.
Toronto is going to get embarrassed 3 more times in this series, and it's going to be over. That's what it looked like last night.
So you're saying the Cavs are going to sweep?
Yeah, that's what it looked like last night. I'm just talking about I have to be prisoner of last night's moment, and that's what I saw, because I saw your Cleveland Cavaliers play the best game I have watched them play, and I watch every Cavaliers game.
I think you'll see a tighter coverage tonight.
Is that your prediction? Raptors?
I think the Raptors get it done.
Okay, obviously not a crazy good take, but it's just being right because the Raptors were up 3-2 with no Durant.
Do we have a score? See, I'm going to really put you on the spot here because I know you answer.
I'll say +5.
Really?
This was the series. I don't know if they end up winning by
+5.
5.
Okay, you heard it back there, Kevin Nagani. Paul Pierce says Raptors winning their first championship in franchise history. And you know what? Nobody
All right, I actually kind of want to see if it ended up being by 5 points. So it was 4 points. Wow, he was really close. Shout out to Paul Pierce for getting that fairly right. But yeah, that is going to be for me. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was kind of funny seeing these guys be right for once and not like laugh be wrong. So yeah, drop a like if you guys do enjoy these videos and you want to see more. If you have any videos you want me to react to, just let me know with the link on Twitter and I'll shout you out if I'm going to react to that. But yeah, thank you all for watching Love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.